let's say you're in phone and electronics, or you have an electronics page and you're trying to find something that you want to sell. So we're going to go find the phone and electronics category, and we're going to look through the category and scroll down to see what the top selling products in this category are. Again, you can sort through by simply clicking them and sorting through. This is automatically sorted at revenue. One of the coolest things about each of these niches and specific categories as well is you can look at a specific target window. So it's not just last week or so. It's not just today. You can look at the last 30 days. You can extrapolate it out to the last 3 months, last 90 days, or you can even go the last half a year roughly and go 180 days, right? So the top things selling right now are these headphones. They have done almost $650,000 in just the last month alone, and they've sold almost 15,000 again in the last month alone. Now, if we extrapolate this out to the last 3 months, that changes. As you can see, these are now the ones that have sold the most in revenue at 3.5 million, which is crazy, just on TikTok Shop alone. And they've sold upwards 250,000 units here on TikTok Shop. This one is a projector. I've sold not this specific one, but something very, very similar to this. So this definitely works well, especially during the holidays. They were really flying off the shelves, like those simple projectors for lazy people that are homeowners that don't want to hang lights or decorations. You just buy one of these projectors and kind of project it onto your home. They sold really, really well during Q4 right before the holidays. It might be a little bit different, and actually looking at the graph, you can literally see proof of that as the sales have kind of slowed down right here. So again, I'm going to break that down here in a second once we click on an actual product. But let's say that you were interested in this product and we clicked on it, pops up in a new window so you don't lose your place, which is great, and I love that. But you can see that what I was saying is you don't just want something that sold a ton, right? Because let's say you found this, looking through your phone on TikTok Shop, and you saw that it was selling a ton, however many, like almost 100,000 sales, you'd be like, this is an incredible product. But if you extrapolate it out to the last 90 days, you can see that a ton of that happened right before Christmas, and then right as Christmas and the new year came, sales are starting to dry up, right? And so that's a big indicator. The last 2 months, they've been not non-existent, but they've been very, very low comparatively, right? So that's something that you really want to pay attention to. If we go to the last 30 days, again, they're very low. Last 7 days, very low, right? So these are things that you're going to want to pay attention to, and obviously this software makes it stupidly easy for you to do so. It also breaks down a ton of other information, but let's find something else that's really cool. So this one, a handheld retro game. These also sell very, very well, and typically there's a ton of them on the platform, as you'll see. But what they are essentially is they're video game like controllers that have a ton of old retro games on them, and they do very well in live streaming. But you can make a ton of good videos that are nostalgic, that people want to buy simply because they want access to those old games in a handheld kind of system, right? So very cool. Let's check out this one. It does look like sales have slowed down for this as well, but that also is going to be an indicator of not just seasonal items like the projector like I showed you, but just because sales are probably going crazy during Q4 and the holidays as well. But if you look at something like this selfie stick right here with the monitor, then it's been a little bit more consistent over time. So we'll check that next. But again, so if we extrapolate this out to 90 days instead of the last 30 days, you can see that it was doing really, really well right before Christmas, and then they've kind of dried out, right? So we'd probably go away from something like this, although I can tell you firsthand that these do pretty well on the platform, even right now in my experience.